नमस्कार जो लोपा सबैजनालाई बोझौँ मेरो आई थिंक राधा डॉक्टर राधाले इंग्लिश नेपाली बोल्नुपर्छ म अलिकति अंग्रेजीमा बोलौँला so we can cater all the audience. I met Dr. Radha about few months back, and the talk we had was, I was very impressed. I think the world are suffering. Both the mothers are suffering. The planet Earth, which we call mother, is suffering because the excessive use of resources, and we are being very unsustainably exploiting the resources, so that's suffering. And the next suffering is our own mothers, which actually directly relates to the menstrual health. And that's the two biggest suffering can come together, makes a good sense. It's a human dignity. It's a possible if we look after the earth and together with our own health. So that's how I got connected with Dr. Radha. So I'm very thankful to Dr. Radha and her team and get better connected. The next topic was important that our MC has talked about. The climate change was a really important issue because everyone needs water. And water is to clean, and who gets priority? It's more interesting. When there's little water, who gets priority? A male or female? And the male gets it. Female unable to wash their own pads, even that's environmentally, naturally, nature-friendly pads. But then man can take a shower. So it's kind of a priority where it's the priority lands. So it's really important that these priorities have to be really talked about it. So this is something we basically talked a lot. So that's one reason I stand here really to support from our side. It's not as a support per se, it's a really joint working together. These are the two important issues to tackle together. Because we talked about plastic pollution, which just EMC has talked about. This is all related to kind of a, which is more output of it, but we really need to dig into it. And digging has to start from individuals and households. And I was talking to Dr. Radha because when my daughter was getting married, one thing that I told, in our community, there's not much of that. This issue is not that much. And I think so many these are, I think we all can be very much aware of. Interpretations have gone wrong, some of the interpretations. In our culture, in many, when women menstruate, they are given extra care. In terms of food nutrition, if they are unable, there's a cramp, they're unable to work, they are given a rest, and it's very important. Today, this morning, I heard on the news that many our women even have to have a difficulty of taking up the job, continuing it, because there's a constant 2-3 days of a cramp that has a constant attendance has been in a question. So these are the issues. So same thing that happens in the families. So instead of taking care of it, I think we interpreted wrong way that has to be taken away from it. It's being a part of it together and actually made it away from it. I think this is something, when my daughter was getting married, I told her that there's like 6-7 days of functions being planned. And if menstruation happens, that doesn't happen. This is an auspicious thing to do. Forget it. You keep your hygiene correct, whatever way you are managing it, that's it. You don't have to tell anyone. It's no one's business. And your business and our family's business, and fortunately, the other half, you are getting to be a part of family, their concern. If they are also saying the same thing, you don't have to worry anything about it. And I really urge everyone, that's how mentality should be. Because there's otherwise you're never going to change. And the next thing I really want to say is that this impact in the environmental issue is common for all, and the menstrual health is for common of all, and the dignification of human is a fundamental right of everyone. And that's what we have to uphold, that basic principles of human dignity, and that's the only way forward that we can be more hand-in-hand living together, everyone, to make the better society, more harmonious society, where people don't have to suffer unnecessarily, which is not a part of their health. And basically, that's what I'm going to say. And finally, we've been pleased to be part of this campaign. It's a big campaign. It's 6 years old now. And these kind of campaigns are much more difficult. It's very deep-rooted in social side. And then at the same time, it has a religious aspect, it's a social aspect, there's so many aspects. So you have not only one front to tackle, you have multiple fronts to tackle with it. And I think it is possible we all together tackle it. And that's one of the reasons that you might be surprised why conservation is here. And we are here for human health. You need the water to clean everything, to sustain life on Earth. And that's what we do our best. Recharge water underneath, resave water, conserve water, and we really need to have a clean air for everyone to breathe. So that's one reason we are here. And this, fundamentally, we are together, and I'm grateful that we've been able to join hands with you, Dr. Radha, and her foundation, together with the whole team. And I have not much to say. I'm very pleased to see our former MP, Parvat Gurung, and another MP, which are policymakers. And I really would like to request you to support from a political front, because changes have to happen in both sides, our political front and then individual front. Then we can do together, because lots of policies being changed. Constitution has ensured everything, but the ensure doesn't mean much if it's not being implemented. So, but there are lots of policies that still need to be changed, and that's important to have that political front to change that. And at the same time, people like activists who have to navigate on the other side, and people like us in the middle who really need to support. And then only it's possible. Sometimes I see lots of extreme on the right, and another extreme to the right, and that doesn't make that together 1 + 1, 2 even. Forget making 1 + 1, 11. So I think to make it 11, we all need to work together. With this, I'm going to say thank you for inviting me to have few words, and congratulations for making this thing happen. And I really wish you all the best that we are together with this journey. Thank you.